Welcome back, guys. So today I'm going to review Lattafa Maahir. There's not a lot of reviews on this, which is why I really felt like it would be good to review. This is the cheapest fragrance in my collection as far as I know. I got this for $21, I believe. And usually I don't go for cheapies. They can be good. The performance usually isn't as good as like more expensive niche stuff. And the scent profile is just, sometimes the clones can be close enough, but it's always that last like 5 to 10% that really just makes the fragrance really special for me. And so I always usually prefer to go with originals over cheapies or clones. But I smelled this at the mall maybe a month or two ago and was just blown away. So this one is like a rose oud with a little bit of smoke and like some fruity notes. A lot of people compare it to More Than Words by Xerjoff. That one, I'm actually not a huge fan of. I tried a decant of it, and it was just too annoyingly fruity for me. This one goes much more in like a Middle Eastern, smoky. It has a little bit of like cigarette ashtray, just like a tiny bit. And it's a little bit animalic as well. But this smells so much more expensive than I bought it for. It's actually amazing. The presentation was also really good. The boxes, you could tell the box had a budget, but they definitely did the most with what they could. But the bottle itself is really nice. I think it's really pretty. My only criticism is probably the lettering that's printed on there is kind of thin, and I feel like it would rub off eventually. But I think it looks great. Cap is like nice, securely in place. Very nice, heavy metal cap. And it just looks really pretty on the shelf. And then the fragrance in the bottle is also just amazing. It smells so much more expensive than it actually is. It really hits you with some like really interesting notes right at the beginning. Dark, smoky, rose oud fruits, super Middle Eastern, kind of challenging, to be honest. It's definitely not like a beginner oud fragrance. I would call it more of like an intermediate. So I would rank it maybe a little bit more animalic than something like Alexandria 2 by Xerjoff or Tobacco Oud by Tom Ford. But it's definitely not like super extreme, expert level oud. Like, it's not too animalic. I think that if you try this on paper and you smell it and it doesn't smell too bad, it's going to smell better on skin. When I spray this on skin, it's definitely a lot less challenging. On the paper, it comes off a little bit more harsh. On the skin, it's a lot sweeter and smoother. Performance is amazing. I get about, 10 to 12 hours. And yeah, just really blown away by it. Do I recommend this for most people? No. I think the whole Middle Eastern rose oud type DNA, you really have to kind of get used to. I think most beginners just won't really like it at all. They'll probably think it stinks. And then also, if you're really into niche and you have a lot of like expensive rose ouds, you'd probably not like this as much. Like, I definitely, if you compared this side by side to some of the really expensive stuff, this one might not hold up exactly. It gets pretty close and it's really good. The only person I would recommend this for is a very specific kind of person, and that is somebody who finds this type of DNA really interesting and wants to have some kind of challenging sort of Middle Eastern scent in their collection, but also doesn't really have the opportunity to wear a scent like that and justify the higher price tag of something that's more expensive, like an Ombre Nomad or something like that. So if you want like something that you don't have to invest a lot of money in and you're just going to wear on rare occasion, maybe on the weekend when you're not going to be around too many people who might find it annoying, like, you wouldn't really wear this to work or to the gym or things like that. I would recommend it to that person if you just want to have something interesting to throw on a rare occasion, just to kind of spice things up from your usual, more versatile, easier to wear fragrances. That's who I would recommend this for. So yeah, definitely if that's, a DNA that you're really interested in, definitely check this one out. If you buy it and you don't like it, you won't really waste too much money. I mean, $21 is can't really beat that. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.